I'm Ed, and this is my bicycle touring channel, Edik's Attic. My son and I just recently returned from Cycle the Erie Canal 2022. Cycle the Erie Canal is a nearly 400-mile ride from Buffalo, New York to Albany, New York along the Erie Canal. Each year the ride is organized by Parks and Trails New York, and this is the 24th edition of the ride by Parks and Trails New York. I've been on the ride 9 times, and my son has been on it 5 times previously. This year, the ride was back to pre-pandemic levels. We had 650 riders and nearly 100 volunteers and staff on the ride. Each year, the ride is a lot of fun for me, and I find new ways to enjoy it every year. This year, it had a very special significance for me because 10 months before the ride started, I had a bicycle accident in Maryland. I was on a bicycle tour, and on the 4th day of the tour near Cumberland, Maryland, I hit an obstacle with my bicycle, and the obstacle flipped me and my bicycle to the ground, and I broke my femur. On September 16th, 2021, I had partial hip replacement surgery to repair the broken femur. And I spent 8 days in the hospital in rehab following the surgery, physical therapy and occupational therapy, to get me back to where I could function at home. After I arrived back home, I spent months in pretty rigorous physical therapy to get myself back in shape, and with the hope that I was going to be able to get back on my bike and ride tours again. When 2022 rolled along, as soon as the weather got good enough to ride here in New England, I was on my bike and I was training, riding my usual 25-mile training rides. By the time Cycle the Erie Canal started, I had over 1,000 miles of training rides in. So I was pretty confident, but still it was great to be able to do the ride, to ride up to 63 miles in a day, and to be able to complete the ride as usual. And it was a wonderful experience. Parks and Trails New York does an awesome job of organizing the ride, and every year it gets better because they have advocated for more and more off-road trail, and so there's much more both paved and stone dust trail rather than on-road riding. So the experience has become better and better every year, so I highly recommend the ride. I have some video clips that I think you'll enjoy. They're off-bicycle experiences that I had on the trip, and they're a little different from the kinds of things that people usually photograph at these events. So have a look. The following videos show rest stops, campsites, and dinner time. Rest stops are an important part of the Cycle the Erie Canal experience. PTNY typically provides 2 rest stops each day. Each rest stop has water, Gatorade, snack foods, and fruit. In the afternoon, they also provide watermelon, and this year, they also provided chocolate milk, which was a nice addition. This particular rest stop is Camillus Landing. Camillus Landing has storefronts that replicate a mid-19th century canal-side town. This is a very popular rest stop for 2 reasons. First of all, it is the midpoint between Buffalo and Albany. Second of all, in addition to the PTNY rest stop, the local people of Camillus provide food, entertainment, and some extras within the storefronts, including a canal museum. This next rest stop is one of my favorites. This is Rotary Park on the Mohawk River in Little Falls. This is maintained by the local Rotary Club, and it's a beautiful site, and a lot of people like to linger here as well. One of the secrets of this site is that if you go inside the building, one of the members of the Rotary will be happy to sell you a Klondike bar for $1. Moving on to campsites. If you don't want to bring your own tent and pitch it each day, you can rent a tent from Comfy Campers. Comfy Campers also provides other services such as a mattress, chair, shower towel, and morning coffee. Eric and I use the a la carte service. Every day we get a shower towel and a chair. This shows the Pitch It Yourself campsite just across from where the Comfy Campers are pitched, and we like this spot because it's shaded in the afternoon when we arrive. This next campsite is Fort Stanwix in Rome, New York. Eric and I like to pitch our tents at the top of the berm that surrounds the fort. That's my tent in the foreground and his is right behind mine. Now this was shot in early afternoon. By the end of the day, this area was filled with tents. In the background, you can see the shower truck and the porta potties. This is the campsite in Canajoharie in the morning. Eric and I typically get up at 5:30 in the morning, and we're out of camp and on our bicycles between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. You can see the luggage trucks in the background, and our stuff is already loaded onto the luggage trucks. A few of the campers are still breaking camp and getting ready to leave. The gray and red tents that you see there are comfy camper tents. This was the previous evening in Canajoharie. Dinner being prepared for nearly 750 people. Half chickens, veggie burgers, and baked potatoes on the grill. This is the only time on the trip when almost the entire meal is prepared in camp. And I have to say the coleslaw was delicious. I went back for seconds, and I have to admit I went back for thirds. This is dinner at our final campsite in Niskayuna. This is the only time on the ride when most of the riders, volunteers, and staff gather together at the same time for dinner. One of the things that brings everybody together is the closing ceremonies and entertainment. And this gives you some idea of the scope of what it takes to prepare dinner for nearly 750 people. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, edX Attic. Thanks for watching.